Hi Cancer, how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. Before we get into this, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I don't know if we're bringing up a past ending or you recently connected with someone from your past and now it's coming to an end. Something about that is coming up. It seems like after going through an ending with someone, like there's something about wiping the slate clean now. Maybe you feel like you're being focused, guided to focus on like work right now in your job. Or work-related things even. Spirit's telling you to be patient with something. It's about a message. Message or some type of communication even. From someone from the past. Yeah, there's like an emphasis on you waiting and being patient. You're not going to find what you're looking for with this person. There's a sense of like not feeling connected or fulfilled in the way you want to be. This is about asking yourself what you want. Because it seems like as soon as you check in and you recognize there's a situation going on that you don't feel good within, you're going to be out of there. I'm seeing. I see that this happens very, very quickly after you check in. It's really about like what you desire and what's actually going on. And like you could have been waiting around for something and being like, maybe like one day or it'll hopefully turn out, but there's just a sense of recognizing that it's not and moving away from it. So like instead of being in a place where you feel hopeful, this is about like coming back to reality within a situation and recognizing that you're not getting what you want, you're not finding what you want, and you're about to make a super empowering move here by choosing to walk away from something and like adjusting to the new territory and a new space for yourself. Like mentally, spiritually. Because it just seems like this is about building your independence, I'm hearing. And also like building your self-worth and like how you value yourself, how you want to be treated, and what you also know that you deserve too. And you deserve to take care of yourself. It's like I'm hearing you put someone on freeze. Maybe you like block someone or you're not talking to them. It's like you don't even want to message back and forth with this person anymore. I'm seeing this as someone you know. This is somebody you've been dealing with. It's like you have to take time to take care of yourself, and you know that you need space in order to do that. I'm seeing like, yeah, something got too much. It's like you could have even fallen into patterns with this person. It like got codependent very quickly even. I'm also hearing nasty. Like maybe, I don't know. It's just what I'm hearing. you could even know, like, what happens when you get involved with this person, and, like, maybe you were trying to see, like, if that same thing would happen again this time, and it's like you're finding out, like, quickly. Yeah. Whatever was going on within the connection with this person, it either became like very, very unhealthy, very out of balance, whatever it is that you want to call it. Very not okay, whatever was going on between you and this person. It's like something that at the end of the day does not feel healthy to be a part of. Like, this can even be like something obsessive even for some of you. It's like you have a new opportunity that you're going to feel good about. You just have to wait for this, I'm seeing. It's like something that hasn't come through yet, but it is going to come through. And it's one that's going to, like, complement your self-care and what you feel is healthy for you to be a part of. I think it's hard, too, like, especially with the archetypal Cancer energy. It's like we want to be nurturing. There's a sense of, like, being, like, motherly in an archetypal type of way. So it's, like, nurturing and comforting and, like, bringing a sense of, like, allowing somebody to feel at home and wanting to caretake and things like that. And, like, maybe that's something that you share with this person or something that you feel when you get connected with them. But it seems like something that turns sour, like, pretty quickly. But it's something that's also hard to break away from because there, like, clearly is an attachment here with the devil, too. So it's something hard because this may also bring out, like, part of, I don't know, like a shadow aspect of you, even like some type of subconscious energy that feels intrinsic. However, it may be like part of an unhealed energy that you're still dealing with about not sacrificing, like, your needs and yourself for another person, because that may have been, like, something that was going on here. It's like putting yourself in situations you don't want to be in for another person. So there's an opportunity coming through. That it seems like you had part in this. Even though this would have been like something difficult that you've been working through, I'm seeing like you come out in a successful energy. So it's like you did the best that you could in this situation. Couldn't have done more within it. I am seeing like some type of like hurtful thing even that happened. It's like the thing that brings you peace and makes things right is you walking away from this. Because I'm seeing like this person from the past, I'm seeing like old wounds being dug up. Like someone wanting, like, I'm seeing somebody message you and it's like they're bringing a spotlight onto like things that happened so long ago, and it's like, why are you, if you want to reconnect just to bring this stuff up, like, do you actually want to be in a present connection with me, or are we just going to talk about all that old stuff that happened because you still haven't processed it, and like now that's being somehow projected onto you, Cancer? Like, this is the feeling that I'm getting through this. It's like, yeah, just the way that somebody comes through. It's like somebody has not yet, like, learned how to master the emotional experience, and so they're coming through, like, hoping that you're gonna carry the emotional weight of, like, the karma that they haven't dealt with yet. I don't think so. Ooh, the Emperor sliding right underneath the Empress. Yeah, no, you are finding, you walking away from this situation puts you in a place where you're about to find exactly what you're looking for. Like, a complete match. And that's why you had to take a step back from somebody, because I'm seeing, like, some really, like, intense, maybe, what reading is this reminding me of? Sag reading? I am looking at Sag here. Something was out of balance with the sacral energy here. I'm seeing the Devil next to the Knight of Wands. It's like that may have also been why it was hard to break away from your connection with this person. You may have had like a really sexual relationship with them, but again, it was something out of balance, or maybe like that was at the forefront of the connection. And then like where emotions are involved, like this person is like not showing up in a mature energy, and so like you can't even have a conversation with them of depth emotionally. Because it's like surface level, they're not dealing with things, so they're not going to be able to get deeper too. It seems like it might be tempting to connect with this person again because of like the sacral energetic connection. I'm seeing this be part of a karmic test. It's like whether or not you're going to like restrain and control this. It seems like you need to ease off of something, like something that you're doing may be like making this energy more intense, and you're being guided to like step off the brake. I'm looking at Leo, Capricorn, Aries, Venus, the Sun, Sagittarius, Taurus. Something out of balance. Out of balance, the Devil, Leo, having this strength to overcome like something very, very difficult, something that may feel addictive even. Definitely connected with the sacral energy, and how you are going to master that energy in a way that feels empowering to you. Something being balanced with the feminine and masculine, the yin and the yang. This is about like you really fighting your like demon, so to speak here, something that you have a very hard time with when it comes to like impulse control. Something about your connection with this person. But it's like, you know that if you're living your most healthy life, that this is not something that you would be entangling yourself within. But this is all a matter of will. Like, are you going to succumb to this because it's easier, or are you going to fight through something and, like, put emphasis on taking care of yourself? You may have, like, you may be able to anchor yourself. Because it's like, sometimes when we have a connection with someone that's hard to break away from, or it's like when we're in the moment with them, or like in the heat of it all, we may have a harder time with boundaries. If you have something that anchors you and kind of like grounds you, or reminds you of like why you don't want to get involved in this in the first place, or why you want to like not continue involving yourself in this, that would definitely be helpful. It's like something that brings you back into like your rational mind, or like into the present, something that grounds you again, or like again reminds you why this is something that you don't want to be involved in. You might find that helpful. This is a lesson that you're learning. Once we complete a karmic lesson, it's over and you don't have to do it again. you get to close that chapter out. But until the lesson is learned, you're kind of on a merry-go-round with the energy. Even if it's like different people popping into your life, it's like the same dynamic that keeps repeating. Lesson about setting boundaries. I'm seeing it's like you may not have been aware that you were like within a karmic situation, like going through a karmic test, and then it's like you find out that this is what's been happening, that like a situation is karmic, and that like in order to not have to repeat it again, you have to complete it. And so I'm seeing you like recognize too that you have to set boundaries with someone, like after like learning some bit of valuable information. Then I'm seeing the ending happen. It's like you don't want to have to watch yourself repeat this again. Because there's something about, like, curiosity may be tempting you, but you'd be going around for another spin on the merry-go-round. It seems if you, like, involve yourself again in this. Or, like, don't stop. Like, I'm even seeing you, like, kind of looking into the future here and seeing this thing come to an end. That's the plan anyway. Like, you may know too that, like, you may even find out that someone else is like planning to end something with you too, and you may want to do it before they do for some reason, or like be the one to do it. I don't know why, but I'm just letting you know what's coming through, what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's like, how are you going to steer the ship? With you and this person floating around on the water? What are you gonna plan to do? Yeah, it's like, this is so strange. You catch wind that somebody was going to like end the relationship anyway. So it's like maybe you want to do it first or set boundaries with this person. It's so interesting. You could have been like planning to potentially even have a reunion with someone, but it looks too like there may be more parties involved than you initially thought. Also something you may not have been expecting. I'm looking at Saturn and Gemini. Yeah, I think you want to take control of this situation ultimately, and it seems like your boundaries are going to determine that for you. I feel like something is going to be to be continued with this energy. I'm gonna get a couple more. I'm just curious. It feels like a weird place to end the reading. It looks like you're upset about something. Yeah, something happens that, like, maybe you don't feel good about, or you didn't want to know, or you didn't want to hear, or like you feel upset to like get the news about something or to find something out, and you're being guided to like ground your energy. Like, don't be reactive about it. To like sit with yourself and like use your coping strategies and stuff. Again, don't be reactive. Like, focus on your stability, focus on your goals, focus on what you want. It seems like it's being stressed, like, I'm hearing violent reaction. It's like maybe when certain things like really get to you emotionally, you may feel like somewhat explosive. You're being guided to channel that into something like productive or healthy, or to like get it out in a way that you're not gonna regret. It seems like because of the way that you perceive your connection with this person, that like it may be hard to make a move that you want to make. But this is about your pursuit of happiness and you doing what feels right to you. And like there's some type of judgment call that needs to happen that's ultimately going to bring you, like, what happens is by you doing right in this situation, like you're ultimately going to feel liberated and you're going to feel happy. You may feel like that's not an option, but it is. This is about like you really following what feels right to do within this situation, like for you, and like really prioritize yourself here to assess this very carefully and make a just decision. And to set the boundaries that are necessary to set. Because this is also about you defending your happiness too. And like you may have a hard time making a decision with someone, like because of the connection that you feel. But in prioritizing yourself, it's like you're the only one that can like bring a sense of joy and happiness into your life. And so this is also about you making a decision and recognizing that this is like your responsibility to be doing, you know. If there's something that you can do to clear your head, like that would be helpful too, or like even back away from something enough to feel more grounded. You like focusing on your happiness and like what that looks like to you, make decisions in alignment with that. Looking at Pluto and Libra. Yeah, you have to let go. Something's being released. Like, I'm seeing you recognize that it has to happen. Because it's like, this is something that's keeping you from actually getting in touch with your sense of happiness. Because there's like a decision the right decision for you has not been made yet in this situation. So it's like the longer that you hold on to this thing, the longer you keep yourself in this space. And like when you're here, you can't move. So that means you can't move towards your happiness either. And it's like as soon as you let this thing go and make the decision to do this, you're liberating yourself you're touching something that you hadn't been feeling that brings you a sense of joy and happiness, and things really get moving too. So like until this release happens, you're in a very like stagnant energy. And I'm seeing like a big decision is what's going to change all of this. All right, Cancer, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.